The night had settled like a shroud over the deserted crossroads, the air damp with mist that clung to every surface. 5 strangers, drawn together by circumstance and curiosity, huddled beneath the wavering glow of a lone street lamp. Sophie, a British travel blogger known for exploring the abandoned and the uncanny, checked her watch, 12:17 a.m. Dylan, an American photographer chasing the perfect shot, adjusted his camera strap nervously. Maria, a Spanish documentarian, reviewed her audio recorder's batteries. Kenji, a Japanese electrical engineer on holiday, flexed his fingers, already itching to tinker. Ingrid, a Swedish backpacker enamored with Slavic folklore, pulled her scarf tighter. They had come seeking the remote Romanian village of Valea Negra, lured by whispers of haunted monasteries and legends older than memory. Their van had died hours earlier on a silent stretch of road. When they flagged down the few villagers who passed by, all they received were muttered warnings about a bus that arrives at midnight and never leaves. Intrigued rather than deterred, they decided to wait. From the darkness came a low, resonant hum. Mist parted to reveal an ancient coach, its once vibrant paint now a peeling mosaic of rust and mold. There were no headlights, only the faint flicker of a lantern swinging from the driver's mirror. It rolled to a stop, its brakes whispering against the worn wheels. Maria raised her camera. "This is unbelievable," she breathed. Dylan snapped a quick test shot. The flash briefly illuminated a raven etched into the bus's grille, wings spread as if in flight. A childlike voice drifted from within. "Welcome. Please board." The door creaked open as though pushed by an unseen hand. Kenji paused at the threshold. "Is the driver?" He began, peering inside, but silence answered him. The aisle stretched into shadow. Bobbing lantern light revealed 40 empty seats, each draped in threadbare fabric. A stale scent of damp leather and soil permeated the cabin. Sophie exhaled slowly. "We didn't come this far to walk away now." One by one, they climbed aboard. Sitting at the rear, Sophie motioned for Ingrid to join her. Across the aisle, Maria fiddled with her lenses, while Dylan and Kenji took the front seats. No one spoke. The door slammed shut behind them, and the bus shuddered forward. No engine roar, only the soft screech of rubber on road. Outside, the mist swallowed the crossroads. Inside, the lantern's glow seemed dimmer, the shadows deeper. Maria whispered, "Where exactly are we headed?" But only a hush answered, broken by a distant whimper. Minutes felt like hours as the bus wound through a landscape that defied logic. Trees arched unnaturally, their branches curled like skeletal fingers against the cloudy sky. The road beneath them was cracked and overgrown, as if forgotten by time. Dylan lifted his camera again, static. Maria's recorder went dead. Kenji's smartphone blinked off. Even Ingrid's compass spun wildly, its needle refusing to settle. Sophie felt a cold knot in her stomach. She turned to the seat beside her, only to see pale handprints crawling along the window from the outside. Small, delicate, and dripping with what looked like aged sap. Ingrid gasped, burying her face in her hands. A sudden jolt threw everyone forward. The lantern swung violently, casting grotesque shadows that raced across the seatbacks. From the ceiling, tiny shapes descended. First dust, then the outlines of faces no bigger than a child's palm. Their eyes were deep voids, their mouths frozen in silent screams. Kenji's voice cracked. "We need to get off." The bus responded with a low moan, as if inhaling. Then the door burst open, revealing a narrow wooden platform that jutted over a yawning chasm. Cold wind howled from below, carrying with it the faint echoes of laughter. Children's laughter, or perhaps their cries. Thrashing grasses revealed small footprints, each no larger than a doll's, leading into a forest of gnarled oaks. They piled out, hearts hammering. Sophie glanced back. The bus's raven emblem glowed with an otherworldly light. The door vanished, replaced by planks that blended into the mist. Dylan turned to the platform. It too flickered, as though unsure of its own existence. Ingrid's voice trembled. "This isn't real." Maria, camera forgotten, stared at the footprints. "But it is," she said, stepping onto the planks. Suddenly, the earth trembled. Maria screamed as the soil gave way beneath her boot. Sophie lunged, grabbing her friend's hand, just as Maria began to slip into a root-filled pit. Roots like skeletal fingers clutched at Maria's ankles. With all her strength, Sophie hauled her upward, but Maria's grip faltered. "Go on," Maria gasped, voice shaking. "Find help. She was gone, swallowed by darkness and earth. Sophie howled in grief and rage. Ingrid and Kinji clung to her shoulders. Dylan shielded his eyes, tears streaking past his camera lens. Above, the raven's wings on the bus glowed brighter, then dimmed, as if satisfied with the sacrifice. For a heartbeat, there was nothing but the wind. Then, phosphorescent fungi bloomed along the platform boards, forming patterns that looked like countless tiny hands pointing deeper into the woods. Sophie straightened, wiping tears away. "We can't. No, we won't leave without her," she declared, voice echoing through the trees. Behind them, the bus remained, a silent sentinel, waiting for its next passengers. A raven cried overhead, and the path beyond shimmered under a silver moonbeam. The forest exhaled, and their journey into the curse continued.